Hello, welcome to Outside Xbox and some new gameplay footage direct from Ultra Street Fighter 4. Yes, it's a fourth version of the same Street Fighter game, which gives us serious flashbacks to the mid-1990s, but we're going to allow it for two reasons. One, at the very least it puts a stop to the runaway word train that was the title of Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and two, it's available as a downloadable upgrade for Super Street Fighter 4 or the Arcade Edition, or in a box for a budget price. So what's actually new for Ultra Street Fighter 4? Well, if you pretend Street Fighter Cross Tekken never existed, lots of stuff. Of the 5 new fighters, 4 already appeared in the crossover title, but bringing them into the more traditional and popular framework of the main series makes sense. Hugo, Poison, Elena and Rolento are all classic Capcom characters who have interesting movesets. As disgusting casuals, we're rather fond of maudlin giant Hugo, with his ability to fill a good quarter of the total screen and his hilarious facial expressions. He is ponderously slow though, particularly if you jump over your opponent. Better to use his dashes to slip past projectiles and get in close for a grab. The other 3 are relatively fast characters, and if you're not familiar with Elena from Street Fighter 3, she's a sort of anti-Balrog with kicks assigned to all of her attack buttons. The 5th and final character is new, though she doesn't necessarily feel that way. Decapre is one of Bison's dolls, so she looks and handles very similarly to Cammy, sharing the bulk of her basic moveset with the swimsuit enthusiast. The difference is, rather than special moves that require a quarter circle roll of the stick, Decapre is a charge character like Guile, which can be very confusing if you're used to playing as Cammy. It'd be less of an issue if the regular moves were different, but in early matches you find yourself slipping into muscle memory, attempting to chuck out a cannon spike and getting punched square in the jaw. Remember to pull off the specials properly though, and there's some useful stuff in there. For example, tapping the punches initiates a handy simple combo that chases the opponent across the screen. She also has what's described as a command dash, so depending on which kick button you use, she either dashes along the ground, up at a 45-degree angle, or at an even sharper 70-degree angle. While she's invisible during the dash, she's not invulnerable either to normal hits or projectiles, so watch out for that. On balance, we'd have preferred an entirely new character with these specials, but there's enough interesting stuff in there that once you get over the initial confusion, Decapre is definitely a worthwhile addition.
He'll destroy you!
Aside from the new characters, other additions include a red focus attack that can absorb multiple hits, the chance to delay standing up after a knockdown to make the timing less predictable, and the ability to use your choice of both ultras in a single match to give you more tactical options, but at the cost of reduced damage. In terms of modes, Elimination is a 3-on-3 battle mode a la King of the Fighters, Training mode is now online enabled and has a host of new features for more technical players, and you can also now upload both online and offline matches to YouTube direct from the game if you're keen to show off your skills. And that's pretty much your lot. A lot of the headline stuff is borrowed from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but given that title's limited splash on the competitive scene, it's good to see in particular that those 4 characters aren't going to waste. And you can't argue with the price. $15 or £13 for the DLC update in June, and $30 or £20 for the full retail version when that arrives in August. If you found this useful, do drop us a like and a subscribe to Outside Xbox for much more on new games. See you next time.